Hi everyone, Mike from KI Legal here. This is not a full-fledged Plead the Facts podcast. This is a news alert that my partner, my restructuring and bankruptcy partner Ralph Preite and I thought would be a good idea to have today. Today's Monday, November the 14th. What we're going to be discussing today relates specifically to the FTX crypto exchange bankruptcy filing, which, if you've been following my videos, which I've put on various platforms, is, with little words, bonkers. I've been in the crypto space before I turn it over to Ralph to kind of give us the lay of the land here, as this is his practice focus for the past, how many years?
Over 30.
Over 30 years. And even in a new and developing space, you see the same principles of law and equity at play here. But before I turn it over, I've been in the cryptocurrency space in various capacities since 2017, which more or less makes me ancient in the space, both as an investor, as an attorney, and also as a fund manager at one point. So 3 different capacities or hats, and I've never seen this type of storyline. With that said, I want to turn it over again to my bankruptcy and restructuring partner, Ralph Preite, who has focused a large part of the last 30 years on Chapter 11 reorganizations, and he heads our department for that space. Ralph.
Although I have a very long track record in bankruptcy and Chapter 11, these Chapter 11 cryptocurrency exchange filings are new and present a whole host of issues. So we all know FTX filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy just 3 days ago, Friday, November 11, 2022. And they filed in the United States Bankruptcy Court in the District of Delaware. So if you're an account depositor, an account holder, and you had coin on deposit with FTX, what do you do next? The bottom line is you have to file a proof of claim. And a proof of claim is a form prescribed by the bankruptcy courts which has your name and address and how much money you're owed. But with crypto and what is on deposit, what's been requested be added or included in a proof of claim is not just how much you're owed, but which coin you had and how many of each, so that it's clear, regardless of the value, which cryptocurrencies you actually had on deposit or thought you had on deposit with FTX. That's question number 1. Question number 2, which of the approximately 130 companies that filed bankruptcy with FTX on Friday is the one that you have to file your claim against?
And on that point, Ralph, before you, right, I know with the Celsius bankruptcy that just happened earlier this year, how many companies were involved with that bankruptcy?
It was only 8 companies.
And there's how many on this one?
Well, we found 112, but reports are, and some of the filings that they've posted show 133 companies. Either way, it's a daunting question. And to be safe, you file your claim in every one of the cases. It's a little bit time-consuming, but if you want to make sure your claim is filed in the proper case, file it in all of the cases. What they did with Celsius is actually create a version of the proof of claim form that had each company name that was filed and a box that you could check off as to which of the companies or which company you have your claim against. And that would apply to depositors of cryptocurrency and any other creditor that provided goods or services and is owed money. They also had a catch-all box which said all of the companies, just in case you didn't know. And there were objections and some motion practice in the bankruptcy court in Celsius regarding that very issue, because creditors didn't want to have their company saddled with claims against the different co-debtor. So the jury's still out as to what the bankruptcy court will approve form-wise. And although Celsius has been in bankruptcy for the better part of 6 months, there still hasn't been a date set by which claims have to be filed or an official form. So if that's any indication as to what will happen here in FTX, it may be a while before a deadline is set for filing claims. And that's called a bar date. And if you don't have a claim filed by the bar date, you're not out of luck, but you're relying on the company reporting to the bankruptcy court what it thinks it owes you or what it thought you had on deposit. So If you want to rely on FTX and their good judgment, and I might be speaking facetiously there, you don't have to file anything, but we recommend that you do file a claim.
And on that point, I released a video yesterday discussing what seems to look like, again, just from an outsider's perspective looking in, a lack of SOPs or standard operating procedures for a variety and host of issues that were probably either not existent or not followed at FTX. Had they been, the money that's being siphoned off vis-a-vis this hacker, which again, a developing story today, November 14th, 2022, most likely would not have happened. Another thing that we just found out was there might be a lack of an actual board at FTX, SBF being one individual, obviously the CEO of the company, inside counsel, general counsel, and maybe one other person.
An employee that Sam Bankman-Fried actually handpicked and put on the board.
So the main takeaway is, and
there.
coming from someone who, again, has filed taxes with crypto as you're supposed to every year, just like any other asset class, and seeing what has been sent to me from a ledger perspective from a crypto exchange, I would take Ralph's advice here and be affirmative and not wait on what FTX, given the storm that they're going through, to see what they're going to actually turn over to you or provide to the court.
So getting back to filing the claim, or claims, depending on how many accounts one had or how many entities you are related with or associated with that had holding accounts at FTX. You could file the claim on your own. You could file the claim through us. We can help you do that here at KI Legal. If a creditor came to me, an account holder came to me today and said, Ralph, I want to file a proof of claim. I want to get it in there as soon as possible. I would say great, but we're not going to file it yet. We're going to wait until there's a little bit more guidance from the court. In fact, with large cases like these, not only do you have to file a claim, but in large cases, often a claims rep or a claims management firm, a third-party private corporation, is hired by the bankrupt with court approval to manage the claim process, and the claim needs to be filed with that third party, not with the bankruptcy court. Although it's not wrong to file it with the bankruptcy court, and I've done both in the past. Either way, I would say let's wait another week or two, check in with us here at KI Legal, see if the court has provided any guidance as to where, how, and what form to use for filing claims, and we'll be better prepared. Either way, a claim ought to be filed, and we're here to help you if you choose not to do it on your own.
Yeah, and just in summation, it's a very trying time for the crypto community. What is a great use case and technology is being tested, not so much by the tech itself, but due to lack of transparency, lack of standard operating procedures, lack of financial discipline in investing. And there should be repercussions for these mistakes, and that's what the law is for. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. I'm Mike from KI Legal, joined here with our bankruptcy and restructuring partner, Ralph Preite. Inbox us and we'll take it from there. Thank you. Have a great day.